Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Kedis Laila Rustuswerjo. Now I will presentation about analytical exposition text with my friend Asker Faisal and Dipo Kusumo. 1. Description of analytical exposition text. Analytical exposition belong to argumentative text. Through this type of text, the writer or speaker elaborates his or her idea about the phenomenon surrounding. His or her purpose is to convince the audience that his or her idea is an important matter. 2. Relevancy of analytical exposition text. Analytical exposition are popular among science, academic community, and educated people. In order to get the student acquainted with this type of text, pre-service and or in-service teacher of English need to have better insight into and good mastery of it. 3. Generic structure of analytical exposition text. An analytical exposition consists of 4 components. 1. Title, tells about the topics. 2. Thesis, introduction the topic and indicate the writer's point of view. 3. Argument, the viewpoints with factual data like graphs, picture, chart, surveys. And 4. Reiteration, restating the writer's point of view or to strengthen the thesis. We can make conclusion in reiteration. 4. Social function of analytical exposition text. The purpose of an analytical exposition text is it to persuade the audience to look at an issue with your perspective.
5. Language feature of analytical exposition text. Use the present tense. Use mental verbs I believe, I prefer, I agree, I adopt, I disagree. Use saying verbs. People say, it is said, research indicates. Use connecting word. In addition, moreover, furthermore, besides, firstly, however. Use casual conjunction. Because, consequently, due to, for that. Features of analytical exposition text. First, clearly convey the author point of view. 2. Using valid research result to support the argument present. 3. The author tries to defend his argument. 4. The author supports his opinion by providing an image of graph of the data. 6. Example of analytical exposition text. Motorbikes should be banned in housing areas. Motorbikes are considered as a nuisance and one of major causes of great distress. Although motorbikes are considered as one of the most convenient form of transportation, I think they are dangerous to humans, animals, as well as the environment. I think motorbikes should be banned in housing areas due to the following reasons, which are the cause of unreasonable amounts of noise, air pollution, disease, and accidents. First of all, I would like to point out the motorbikes are a major contributor to the pollution in the world. Research has shown that motorbikes emit a deadly gas that is dangerous for the environment. As a result, the long-term emission of gas that motorbikes produce becomes a major contributor of global warming, or essentially. Secondly, According to BBC News Channel, motorbikes are also responsible for causing diseases such as bronchitis, cancer, asthma, and high blood pressure. Furthermore, motorbikes create so much noise. Parents with infants find it challenging to sleep. The moment their babies fell asleep, there was a motorbike passed by and the baby woke up. It is also hard for children to concentrate on their homework. Experts say the extreme noise can lead to deafness and lack to concentration. Finally, motorbikes are responsible for horrible accidents in which in some cases there are deaths. The riders go too fast that they are unable to stop on time and end up hitting other people or animals. Field 1993 states that motorbikes are known to be biggest killers on the road. In conclusion from the argument above, I strongly believe that motorbikes should be banned in the house areas.